Know you've been a good friend.
Home insurance is something most people do not think about until they need it. It is a safety net for homeowners and businesses. If your house is damaged by a fire, storm, or flood, insurance can help pay for repairs. Without it, you might lose your home and everything inside. Insurance also makes it possible for people to get loans and mortgages. Banks will not lend money for a house if it cannot be insured. This means insurance is not just about fixing what is broken. It is also about making sure families and businesses can build a future. When insurance works, it spreads out the risk. Everyone pays a little, and when disaster strikes, those affected get help. But what happens when disasters become more common or more severe? Suddenly, insurance companies may not be able to cover the costs. If insurance disappears, entire communities can be left exposed. Homes, businesses, and even local governments may struggle to recover from the next big disaster. Climate change is making natural disasters worse. Scientists say rising temperatures lead to more heat waves, stronger storms, and heavier rainfall. This means disasters like wildfires, floods, and hurricanes are not only happening more often, they are also becoming much more destructive. For insurance companies, this is a big problem. Every time disaster strikes, they pay out money. If disasters keep happening, the costs start to add up fast. In the past, a major storm or wildfire might have been rare. Now, some areas face disaster season after season. This is not just about weather, it is about math. Insurance companies work by predicting how often bad things will happen. If the risks keep going up, their predictions no longer work. They cannot charge enough in premiums to cover the losses. As a result, some companies decide it is too risky to stay. They raise their prices or leave certain areas altogether. For people living in those places, the future suddenly feels very uncertain. So, what does it mean for an area to be uninsurable? It means insurance companies think the risk of loss is just too high. In these places, disasters happen so often or cause so much damage that companies cannot afford to offer coverage. There are a few warning signs. If insurance premiums jump by hundreds or thousands of dollars each year, something is wrong. When companies start refusing new policies or canceling old ones, the problem gets worse. Sometimes only the state government will step in to offer last resort insurance plans. Uninsurable zones can form quickly. One year, a place might be considered safe enough. After a series of big disasters, companies may decide to pull out. This process can leave homeowners and business owners scrambling to find any protection at all. The reasons can be different in each state or city. In the West, it might be wildfires. In the Southeast, hurricanes and floods. Along the coasts, rising seas threaten entire communities. But the result is the same. People are left with fewer options. California is now a poster child for uninsurable zones. In recent years, wildfires have burned through homes and towns at a record pace. These fires are fueled by hotter temperatures, drought, and wind. Some towns have been hit multiple times in just a few years. Insurance companies have paid out billions of dollars for wildfire damage. The losses have been so big that many companies say they can no longer afford to offer coverage. Some insurers have stopped selling new policies in high-risk areas. Others have left the state altogether. People living in these wildfire zones are feeling the heat, literally and financially. Premiums have shot up. Some families have lost insurance and cannot find new coverage. In extreme cases, residents have been forced to turn to California's Fair Access to Insurance Requirements plan. This government-backed plan is more expensive and offers less protection. California's struggles show what can happen when climate disasters become the new normal. When insurance leaves, rebuilding after a fire becomes almost impossible. For many, the dream of homeownership is turning into a nightmare. Florida faces a different climate threat: hurricanes and floods. Every summer and fall, people in Florida watch the weather and hope for the best. But in recent years, storms have grown stronger and more destructive. Flooding has become a regular event in many coastal cities. Insurance companies are feeling the strain. Some have gone out of business after big hurricanes, and others have stopped writing new policies along the coast. Homeowners report their insurance rates doubling or even tripling in just a few years. Some folks now pay more for insurance than for their mortgage. the state has tried to help by setting up its own insurance program, called Citizens Property Insurance. But, this plan is under pressure too. If a giant hurricane hits, it might not have enough money to pay everyone's claims. Florida's experience is a warning. As risks keep rising, insurance becomes harder to find and more expensive. And if things do not change, some parts of the state could become almost impossible to insure. While wildfires and hurricanes get the headlines, there are other threats too. Coastal erosion is eating away at beaches and waterfront neighborhoods all around the country. In places like Louisiana, North Carolina, and New Jersey, rising seas and stronger storms are causing land to disappear. Insurance companies notice these changes. In some areas, they refuse to cover homes that are too close to the water. New policies may not be available at all. In others, the price for insurance goes up every year, putting pressure on homeowners. It is not just the coasts. Other regions have seen more floods, hailstorms, and even tornadoes. The Midwest faces large floods from heavier rainfall. In Texas and Oklahoma, wind and hail are causing more damage than ever before. Every region has its own climate risk. The more often disasters strike, the harder it is for insurers to stay in business. This has led to insurance deserts, places where almost no one can find affordable coverage. What happens when insurance disappears or gets too expensive? The effects are widespread. For families, it means more than just higher bills. Without insurance, a fire, flood, or storm can wipe out everything. Some people lose their homes and cannot afford to rebuild. Businesses struggle too. Without coverage, they may close after a disaster. Banks may not lend money for new homes or repairs. This makes it harder for communities to recover and grow. Local governments also feel the pain. When disasters hit, they may have to pay for cleanup and rebuilding on their own. This can drain city budgets and lead to cuts in services like schools, roads, and police. The ripple effects can harm the whole economy. If people move away, property values drop. Jobs disappear. Over time, some towns may shrink or even vanish. Uninsurable zones can become ghost towns, all because the risk is too high. If current trends continue, more places could become uninsurable. Climate change is expected to bring even more severe weather, fires, and floods in the years ahead. This puts pressure on insurance companies, and on everyone who depends on them. Some experts say new rules and better planning could help. For example, stronger building codes can make homes more disaster-proof. Communities can avoid building in the highest risk areas. Governments might offer special insurance programs, or help people move away from danger zones. But these changes take time and money. Not everyone can afford to move or rebuild. And some risks, like rising seas, are very hard to stop. If nothing is done, insurance will keep getting more expensive or disappear from more places. This could change where people live, how homes are built, and even what towns look like in the future. You might think this only matters if you live in California, Florida, or near the coast. But insurance and climate risk affect everyone. Higher disaster costs can lead to higher prices for things like food, fuel, and building materials. People who lose their homes may move to other cities, changing those communities too. Local and state governments may need to raise taxes to pay for disaster relief. Federal programs may be asked to help more often, putting pressure on the national budget. The whole country shares the cost when disasters strike. Insurance is a tool that helps people recover and rebuild. If it disappears from more areas, everyone will feel the effects in some way. This is not just a problem for people living in high-risk zones, it is a warning sign for us all. Understanding this issue is the first step. Only then can we start finding solutions together.